welcome back to youtube.com/RajFormer. My name is Raj, also known as @RajFormer on the internet, and today's video is video game education. And I played a video game, or I'm going to play a video game. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, give you my impressions of it. It's pretty much a classic video game. I want to give you my new school impressions of an old school game. Yeah. But this week's video game is Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, gotta go fast indeed, my friends. This is a weird game. I'm actually very scared about how this game is going to be for me, because I feel like a lot of the other games, like, you know, Mega Man and I think Doom, were pretty much, like, guaranteed that I was gonna like them, right? Like, I feel like there's always, like, okay, everyone always loves these franchises, they're universally loved, but specifically for Sonic the Hedgehog, I have really seen a lot of, like, mixed things about the original one, not just, you know, Sonic Boom or anything, but the original one. I've seen people say this is the, you know, the best or whatever, but then I've seen people say it's just shit, and Sonic has always been shit. I really am expecting some good things about this game. I really am, from what I've seen of it, because I've seen some gameplay here and there. It looks really cool, but I mean, he looks like a decent character. He looks like he's a fun guy. He looks like he has a lot of attitude, and I really hope that this game specifically does what Nintendo.
What Nintendo?
You know, the whole Sega advertising thing. It's like, oh, Sega does what Nintendo don't. I'm really hoping that that's actually true. I feel like Mario is its one thing, and it does all this cool things, and it's really intricate, and it's awesome, and has these great set pieces and all that jazz. I feel like Sonic specifically could totally benefit from just going the opposite direction. I really hope this is the antithesis to Mario. I really hope that Sonic's all about building up momentum and just going from there. I'm really hoping that it's not just trying to be like a Mario clone or anything, but I have faith that it isn't going to be like that. So I'm just going to shoot it over right now to Roger in the future that's actually playing Sonic the Hedgehog. Roger, what do you think of it? Thank you so much, past Roger. You're as beautiful as ever, and today I am here with Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm playing it. I just finished the whole act where you had to go underwater. It's like the whole water level that everyone bitches and complains about, and I am completely on board because that level is the worst thing ever. We'll talk about that after I do the gameplay, after I do my entire, like, overall experience. But so far, I'm liking it. It's a good game. Let's get right into the gameplay. Okay, so we're here at this industrial complex, and it's hard. This game is a hard video game. It's I didn't expect it to be hard because apparently it's a short video game, and it is short. But if you're not good at video games, which I am, I think you've all seen how bad I am at video games. Just look at my Let's Play series. Yeah, this game is pretty hard, and I should have expected this, but I am an idiot, so I did not. Okay, so now you just got a little tutorial of what I'm going through. This whole game, for the uninitiated, if you get hit by anything, all your rings start flying away, and you collect rings during the game, and the rings act as your health. They're not like coins, like in Mario, they act as your health. So if you can have at least one coin, and if you have one coin, and you get hit, you're gonna live, and if you catch that coin again, you keep on doing that, and the whole thing is that if you have 0 coins and you get hit, you die. So you have to keep these coins together, and they're gonna fly all around you when you get hit, and you better catch them or you're gonna die. And dying isn't a joke either in this game, because if you die and lose all your lives, you start from the beginning of the game. Now, I don't know if there was a save system or anything back in the day. I'm using a save system on this emulator, so, you know, I don't have to replay the entire game, but it's pretty legit. What they're doing is pretty legit here, and it's hard. These guys are sons of bitches, because if they blow up, they just shoot red goo, like, all over the place. So look, we're gonna see this guy. He's gonna shoot some red goo. If I touch that red goo, I'm gonna get hit, and all the things are gonna fly all over the place. So that's not good. Now, this is gonna be hard. So Sonic is all about moving and keeping your momentum. So if you don't keep your momentum, you get punished like this. And I like it, because I think it actually helps, and it shows that, you know, you should keep your momentum. And I'm gonna run, and the whole thing is that if I don't run fast enough, I'm not gonna get up here like that. So I have to gain up some momentum, and I have to run and figure out a way to get up there. And if I kept my momentum from over there, I would have been fine. But I didn't. So let's go. Let's figure this out. Yeah, we did it. We jumped up. Okay, cool. Okay, this is a secret. So there's a bunch of secrets in this game that not a lot of people talk about. Well, I guess because they're secrets. But, like, there's a lot of secret areas that this game has, and I appreciate it a lot. They're really nice, and I died, and I fell to my death, everybody. So what I was saying about the secrets is that I feel like this game has a lot of secrets. It's not, like, they do have like a lot of things that it's like, okay, one player could totally just go down a different route than the other and they wouldn't even notice, right? Because it's just like so natural to a lot of people, and it depends on, I think, a lot of momentum, right? If you're just going and you have a lot of momentum, you're gonna find a lot more secrets than the other guy. I tend to play this game without much momentum because I'm not good at it, because I think you have to have a certain skill or luck. Like, I clearly don't because I just died. But it does, you do need to have some form of skill to get those secrets, and I like it. Or you just have to have a keen eye, which I appreciate. I love the character of Sonic. I feel like he's way different than Mario. I feel he has more personality, especially compare Mario in 1991 to Sonic in 1991, right? I feel like Mario has way more personality now, maybe, but I think Sonic had way more personality back then. So I'm looking at this character right now. Look how he acts. Like, look at all the things. Like I'm gonna leave my controller vacant for a little bit. He's gonna like do a little dance or whatever. Yeah, look at him. So I feel like he's like a cooler character, and I feel like he's a cooler character earlier on. Mario didn't get his personality until like 64. So I don't know. I feel like these games are way different. I don't even really know how people can compare them. I guess because they're both mascots of Japanese companies. But seriously, these characters are way different. I think. See, I kept momentum and I went over it. See, it's all about keeping your momentum, and if you keep it, you're rewarded. I feel like the boss fights between Eggman and Sonic are really cool. They're very, very varied. I mean, like, just look at this one. Like, this was totally different than the first one. This was totally different than the one before that. They're just so different in the way that they're presented, and I just love it because I think it's so different. It's so unique, and it's just like, it's a fun time because I feel like I wasn't having a lot of fun with just the base gameplay of this sometimes, but like when I get to the boss fights, I'm having a ton of fun. There we go. We did it, guys. Everybody, everything's good, everybody. Move, and then you need to destroy his capsule or whatever it's called, and you need to release the pigs or whatever, the animals. So I think the whole thing about this game is that the bad guys aren't really bad guys, they're like animals or something like that. Super weird. Now we're gonna go into Scrap Brain Zone. I think I'm towards the ending, so I'm gonna leave it off, end it, maybe a bit short. Impressions so far, I'm liking it. It's a fun game. I think that it has some problems, clearly. But I do like the game a lot. I think it's a really good game. I think it's definitely a classic, but I do think it's not like a perfect game or anything. But I really do want to keep on playing it. My opinion might change later on. So, shooting over to you, future Roger, wiser Roger. How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much, past Roger. I'm doing really amazing because I just finished Sonic the Hedgehog, and my impressions are really, really positive. I think that game is extremely good. I don't think it's, amazing. I don't think it's bad or awful either. I think it's a pretty good game. There are some glaring problems for me that I was clearly playing this game and I was just like, this is just not good. But then there were some amazing parts of the game where I just couldn't stop but smiling and enjoying it. And I think the biggest part of that was the graphics. The game looks great. It's one of those games that does 16-bit correctly. I was afraid that the game was going to try to do this 3D thing, which it does. It does try to do this thing where like some enemies look 3D-ish, but it's not tacky at all. It adds depth to the scene. I think it does world design amazingly. Each and every level and stage of this game is masterfully crafted. I mean, the way that it looks just alone, I mean, we can get into like the intricacies of like enemies and where they are or whatever, but the way that the world is designed and the graphics behind it and the art behind it is fantastic. Sonic looks amazing. All the characters look amazing. The backgrounds look amazing. I think one of the things that Caleb and Will Hernandez said was that you're going so fast and you're just ignoring the background of it and all the things going around it, but it's so beautiful. The game looks great, and I think that's one of the things that came and just stick in my mind, that this game is a great looking game to this day. I really do like it, and the world design is just amazing. All the enemies are cool, they're diverse. There's a lot of different, like, okay, you can jump over here, now you can use this like tack or whatever to jump higher, right? Like, there's so many different little intricacies and environmental things in the game, and there's a lot of different things, like, oh, you run over and now the block falls, but now the block, and like, they fall in a different direction, right? Like, there's like so many variations of simple simple things and things that you've seen from Mario or whatever, just done to a different degree. And I think that's what's really good about this game, the variation. The variation in Sonic is fantastic in terms of the way that the world looks, as I said before, but the gameplay, I think that it turns from, running really fast from the first few stages to becoming a little more plodding and methodical. I think that might be a little bit of a negative, but it's still a variation nonetheless. It tries to do things differently, and you gotta applaud that somehow. It works pretty well. I think every time they try doing something different, sometimes they do a thing where you have to push a block, and you have to ride the lava fountain, you have to jump at the right section, right? There are so many different things that it tries to do, and it works pretty well. I think that in terms of tone of the game and what it should have been, I think that the game should have maybe focused on running faster and being a fast game where you're always trying to keep momentum more. Because I think the original first stages, the grassy fields or whatever that you see in the start menu in the first levels, that is to me what Sonic should have been the entire game. The beginning of Sonic is just this fast-paced thing where you're running and you're running and you're running and you're trying to get to the ending and you're jumping over things and you're hitting things, but it's alright because you gain back your momentum and you run backwards if you need it. Towards the end of the game, towards the middle of the game really, the game starts to try to be something different. And I don't really necessarily think it works amazingly for what Sonic is. It works fine, the mechanics are sound, but I feel like it's not what I wanted out of the game. It tries to do this thing where it's like, okay, now you have to stop everything you're doing every 5 seconds and wait for this thing to move, and then you move a little bit, you wait for it to move, and then you move a little bit. This is not what I came to this game for. I wanted to be able to run fast. But the thing that it does do well, and it does have this little slant towards making the rings and the coins that you pick up or whatever matter. I say coins and rings interchangeably sometimes because I feel like rings are clearly trying to be the answer to Mario's coins, but I feel like they're so different that I really like the way that they presented this. As I showed in the gameplay, the whole thing is that if you get hit by anything, all your rings pop out, and if you have no rings and you hit again, you die. So as long as you have at least one ring, you can be as alive as long as you want. At least you just keep on picking up that one ring. I think that is so brilliant. That's a really cool way and incentive for picking up rings. And I know I've read somewhere that if you pick up enough rings, you can get to a secret stage, as I did before off screen. But as well, if you get enough rings, you can also get to get another life, and I think that's also really cool. But I feel like there's so many incentives for picking up rings, and I feel like in like Mario, there isn't really that many incentives. I mean, you can play the entirety of like Super Mario and just be like, oh, I'm getting a coin, cool, makes a cool sound. But whatever, it's an incentive to not get hit, it's not incentive to like pick up these things and really cherish them for what they are. And I mean, the character of Sonic is really cool. I see kind of why there's a fandom around it, but I like the character, the Blue Hedgehog himself. He's really cool. He has a lot of angst to him. He's awesome. He goes like, no, 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 no. I like it. He's funny. He's awesome. I think he has a lot of spunk, a lot of charm to him. But I mean, overall, the game itself is really solid. I think there are so many like little things where it's like, man, if this game was just faster and they designed it more to be fast and, like the first few levels, I think this game would be absolutely incredible. But it just starts to become like a by-the-books platformer. I think when the game deviates, when it like goes into like, okay, you're going really fast, or you're having an amazing battle with like Eggman, which is like this, oh god, the boss battles in this game are so incredible, I love them. That's when the game excels. But when it's just trying to be another Mario, and you're just trying to jump around, and just like, wait for the thing, and wait for this, but yeah, overall, Sonic the Hedgehog is a really good game. I had a lot of fun with it. Am I going to play this game again? Probably not. Is this game a classic? Yeah, I would say this game is a classic. Am I going to play the newer Sonic the Hedgehog games? Probably not, maybe. I might play Generations. I hear that game is really good. Definitely not playing Sonic Boom unless I can get a Let's Play out of it. Hit me up, Nintendo. So, Sonic the Hedgehog, really good game. It's a really beautiful game. I think you guys should try it out at least for a little bit and see if it's for you. Because this game might not be for me, but it probably could be for you. So that'd be awesome. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think about Sonic the Hedgehog. Tweet at me at RouchFormer. Tell me what you think about the Blue Hedgehog himself. Or you can go to RouchFormer.com and you can see all my previous videos and all my work and all my shoutouts and my life and a few pictures of me. Because I'm beautiful. Look at this. Look at this.